Veo que funciona.
Entonces, el director de orquesta, ¿vale? Necesita tener el atril de cara, digamos, a la orquesta que está en el fondo.
Vale.
Entonces, cuando él termina
Sí. Test. Sí, perfecto. Hello?
Hello and welcome to the Classroom of the Future. My name is Santiago Íniguez and I'm president of IE University. Today we are launching WOW Room, Window on the World, which brings to participants connected from many different parts of the world this fantastic platform which has the ultimate technology and provides the friendliest experience. What we hope is that this becomes the next big shift in education. Of course, IE Business School and IE University have been championing blended education over the past 16 years. I'm sometimes asked about what is the secret of this success. And allow me a very quick answer. It's not the contents. Contents may be prints. It's not the platform might be king. It is actually the experience. Experience has become, in this new era of education, the real emperor. And the experience that we provide mixes different formats and methodologies. On the one hand, we keep the traditional classroom-based face-to-face sessions, which are very important for the learning process. But we have also got deeper into the asynchronous methodology, which brings in the skills of all the participants, particularly those who may be more introverted and less participative in face-to-face classes. And finally, also the video conferences. Of course, this new format that you are seeing today provides the best, friendliest platform for video conferences. Allow me to say that we hope that this actually comes into all our programs in the very near future. In fact, what we plan is actually to run not just this same device, but many others that provides the best learning experience to all the participants across the programs. And let me again thank you for your presence here, and all those of you who are following via streaming. I can tell you that the best is yet to come. Welcome to the classroom of the future. Welcome to the WOW room. And now allow me to pass to the video which will explain briefly the institution and this same device. Thank you for your attention.
The world is constantly changing, ever evolving. Adapting to perpetual accelerating advancement is the challenge for those who seek success. The present is already past, the future is now. At IE, we are at the forefront of this movement, persistently providing innovation in education, becoming a driving force in adaptability. We are made of knowledge and novelty, trial and error. We elevate instruction, and we are prepared to revolutionize teaching in light of this ever-changing environment. We are made of the leaders of tomorrow, wherever they may be. We are made of continuous transformation, creating the education of the future. We are made of change. Introducing WOW Room, a project fueled by ongoing innovation in the service of education, where we introduce students to the future of learning. Bringing together academics and lifelong learners from anywhere in the world in a fully experiential and cooperative format with unlimited access to information, establishing a new form of education and powering its growth. We know where it begins, but there is no limit to its scope. A collaborative space that marks the beginning of great change. WOW Room. We are made of change.
Hello, my name is Diego de la Caza. I'm Vice Chairman of AI. Someone outside was asking me when did we start this project, and actually the answer is very fine, because it's really 20 years ago. Technology is all around us, we really depend on it, and it's going to be exponentially increasing in the next years. But 20 years ago we started putting many resources on blended methodology, and the result is that we are now considered #1 by most prestigious publications on our online MBA. But there are two goals that we want to match in the next year. The first one is giving our students the best capabilities to go outside to a world that's constantly changing and it's in constant disruption. This is why last year we launched our School of Human Science and Technology. We already had a master's in Big Data, that was one of the most prestigious in the world, and we are launching a master's in Cybersecurity. We launched this year our Bachelor in Technology Innovation Management, and we are launching many other contents in this field, but not just in a vertical way. This school is allowing us as well to feed other schools along the school. For example, the business school, our MBA, the flagship, is going to have mandatory content on technology, big data, coding. This is something essential for us. The second goal that we want to match is to showcase the best technologies in order to deliver the best in the best way to our students. No? So basically, besides from the Wow Room, we're also researching in virtual and augmented reality, artificial intelligence. Of course, we have many big data mechanisms, and we're even using robots in class. When someone is ill and cannot go to class, they can go via a robot, something very funny that we would love to share with you in the very close future. So thank you very much for coming. Now, Martin Boehm, our Dean of Programs, is going to give you more information about the Wow Room. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Diego, for this nice introduction. It is a pleasure to be here with you and to tell you a little bit more about the Wow Room and essentially what it can do. First of all, let me start off by saying that you're obviously sitting here in front of the largest video wall here in Spain with its 15 to 3 meters glory. But I'm not here today to talk to you about technology. I'm not here to talk to you about screens. Because what we believe at IE Business School is that the screens are only the mean in order to achieve pedagogy, to achieve learning. So let me talk a little bit more about what's the vision behind this, what's the pedagogical idea behind all of this, and why did we embark on the journey of the Wow Room. As you have seen, we can use this Wow Room in order to exercise, to showcase a concert. But obviously this is not our main business. We are not trying to become a competitor to some of the largest opera houses here in the world. This is clearly not our objective. But as you might know, and as Diego has already pointed out, we are clearly embarking and continuing to focus on delivering classes in a blended format or in an online format. In order to highlight this, what I would like to do is, all of you guys are now receiving tablets. I see they're being passed out here. And many of you see actually a picture that might look very, very familiar to all of you. You see something that you might experience when you're connected through Google Hangouts, Skype, Adobe Connect, WebEx, and you have such a fantastic gentleman from time to time on your screen. You might actually see as right now that I'm able to actually share my screen or show you a presentation. We even might have Santiago join us. We could even have more students join us. Let's have 20 people join us, similar to the number of people we're actually sitting here in this room. But as you might focus, or as you might see as you focus on your tablet, this obviously has some challenges. This generates some challenges. The first challenge is it's going to be very difficult to actually recognize them, to actually see them, to actually recognize their expressions, their response. You saw as well that actually the broadband or the bandwidth actually collapsed all the way until your entire system actually crashes down. And that typically happens when we try to increase our classroom to a classroom size of 60. So what does a faculty do? A faculty goes back to the initial state. He's lecturing. He or she is lecturing at the students. He's lecturing and basically sharing the screen or showcasing a presentation. But it is completely the opposite of what we would like to achieve when it comes down to collaboration. So now imagine you're not limited to this tiny screen. Now imagine that you're not limited to a tablet device, but imagine you're actually going for a slightly larger screen. Let's see what actually happens then and what you can achieve then. Now we're ready to start the class. How is everybody doing today? Let's see what you thought of our case today. Should Mike go to Latin America? Amphi, launch poll 1. have exactly 3 minutes. Humphrey, pair up opposites.
And if you do it right, others will surely follow.
Okay, Simon, you seem to disagree.
But it doesn't work like that in Venezuela. You need much more time. And you also need much more to motivate the people.
Okay, we've got only a few minutes left today. Let's hear some last opinions. Wow, we have a lot of hands up. Let's see who hasn't spoken much today. Humphrey, participation please. Okay, let's hear from Sarika. What's your view on that? Thank you very much, and see you next week. So as you have seen in this short simulation, obviously we didn't want to have you sit through one of my classes of 90 minutes. We're not that cruel. So obviously this was a short simulation of what a typical class in the WOW room could actually look like. Maybe I hope it was transmitting you a little bit the feeling of how it would be like being in this WOW room. And as you can probably figure, it is very similar to sitting like in a normal, ordinary classroom. You had the opportunity to see the students across the board, similar to a semicircular classroom. You had the opportunity to really recognize and see their faces, see how they respond to certain questions, how they respond if we actually start challenging them. And this obviously shows us that it is possible in the digital world to replicate the real world. But obviously we believe as well that technology is not only there. The digital world is not only there to stop in copying the real world. What we really believe is we can go significantly further. If you're now gonna focus again on your tablets, what you will be seeing is that we can actually install, or we can be using as well completely other features in this WOW room using this technology. What you actually have to do if you have the tablet in front of you, just hold it in front of your face, smile, interact, laugh, cry if you want to do that, and see what's gonna happen. Thank you for smiling. So what this tool does, or what this algorithm does, is actually it showcases, or it tries to record your mimics, your gestures, and what it does, it evaluates, as you can see, on some of the basic emotions. It tries to understand what you're feeling right now. So what you actually can do is in this tool, or this algorithm, what it does is it shows what's your level of happiness. How engaged are you? Are you actually paying attention, yes or no? The great thing, as we have just simulated with you guys sitting here, just in an instant where you can track yourself, we obviously can do exactly the same thing with all our students, with all 60 students being connected to the WOW room, because the algorithm is just running in the background. This is a fantastic opportunity for us as faculty, because now what you can do is you can actually see what student is engaged, how engaged they are, or as we see on this picture, when they're actually engaged. This is a tracking across 3 basic emotions. You see here, happiness, surprise, and attention. And what we see on the x-axis is essentially through time, and this is the time that we showcase the video to these students. As you can see, there's some movement. The good thing is the attention is fairly high across the board. And that's good, because this is something that we want in learning, that students actually pay attention. But in order to be effective, learning obviously has to finish as well on a high. It actually has to typically either finish with a surprise, or it has to make them happy. In order to retain that knowledge, in order to make sure that that knowledge actually arrives. In this particular case, as you can see, the video did an excellent job. because the professor was probably cracking a joke towards the end of this video, and suddenly the happiness went up, laughter went up, and as a consequence, our objective of achieving learning has been achieved as well. But this is not everything. It's about recognizing emotions, working with these emotions, using these emotions in order to make our teaching better, making our teaching superior, and at the same time, or as a consequence, giving a better experience to our students. But what we're trying to do is as well, we're trying to make life easier for the faculty. Amphi, screens off. So the great thing here is it makes my life easy. I don't have to go to a tablet, I don't have to use anything. I can actually use simply my voice in order to control this video wall. Amphi, screen on. Amphi, show me presentation 1, please. Okay, this is not the sense of humor I actually like. This is obviously not the presentation I wanted to show you. Sometimes Amphi, unfortunately, still misbehaves. Amphi, shut down the screens. So unfortunately, sometimes it still misbehaves and we still have to work a little bit with Amphi in order to actually get it going and have everything work out. So what we wanted to show here in this classroom is obviously give you a little bit of sense of how we envision learning, blended learning of the future. We believe it is around collaboration. We believe it is about interaction. We believe that simply passively consuming is not going to be enough in the future anymore. It is really about leveraging the diversity that we have in the classroom, leveraging the different experiences that we have in the classroom. I already had the opportunity to interact with some of you one-on-one before, and I always said, I think our student body is one of the most amazing student bodies that there are out there in the world. They're the most diverse, not only in terms of nationalities, but they're unbelievably diverse as well in the experiences they bring to the table. And each and one of us can learn something from all the other people around us. We have to be exposed to different points of views. We have to be exposed to the different ideas in order to be able to actually learn, to be challenged, and as a consequence, hopefully change from time to time our point of view, our opinions as well. And this is what learning is all about. But obviously it's not only about collaboration, it's not only about interaction among the students, but obviously as well it's about collaboration and interaction between the students and the faculty. And I hope that you did get a little bit of feeling as well that this is much more interactive. It gives us, the faculty, a completely different perspective of teaching in the online environment. Let me conclude by saying that obviously this is only one step in our vision of delivering the future of blended learning or in education in general. This is only one step, and please stay tuned for some of the other amazing inventions, the other amazing technologies, the other amazing innovations with respect to pedagogy that we will be launching in the future. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Jolanta Golanowska and I am a Director of Learning Innovation at IE. It's been my absolute privilege to be the project lead on the WOW Room project, combining what's best in the technology and best in the pedagogy. Martin Bonn has told you a little bit about one of our possibly most emblematic uses for the WOW Room, which is video collaboration. But the WOW Room extends beyond blended education, and it benefits not only our students who are connected to this room from around the world, but also the students that we have right here on our campus. Let me talk you through a couple of examples of how we engage the students that are here physically. You've seen the large number of data behind me in a matrix style. That was my cue for saying big data. Big data, we all know, that's a lot of numbers. And to understand them, we need to analyze them. And to analyze them, we need a lot of computing power. But that's not enough. Because we need insights. And insights come from many places, not only from Excel spreadsheets. Insights come when people work together. And insights come when you get to see the small details and the big picture all at the same time. Insights come when you get to see things in a completely new light. And that's exactly what we do. So let me walk you through a very practical example to show you how that could work. On your tablet right now, you're gonna see a little simulation. Imagine you are owners of an ice cream shop, a chain of ice cream shops, and you're planning to enter Madrid. Where do you put your shops? We've tracked a few potentially useful data points for you on the tablet. So you see there locations of public schools and kindergartens and parks and parking lots, universities, dormitories, the typical places where you would expect clients for an ice cream shop to be during the day. And where should we put the shops? Where exactly? Tell me. Which school? Where exactly? Which is, if you had one location to choose in all of Madrid, what would it be?
The location is exactly.
Yeah. Here. Yeah, that's pretty tough, no? Everyone agrees with her? There must be a parking place, yeah. It is not an easy task. And mind you, we've only plotted here 5 categories of data points. That's very, very little. It's difficult because you're limited in your exploration by the size of your screen, for example. If you were to zoom in, you would see all of the details, but you would miss the big picture. If you were to zoom out, you'd see all of Madrid, but you would not see any of the details. That helps a little bit. If we put the map on a big screen and we release you from the constraint of a small screen, that helps. What also helps is that on this screen, all of us can look at the same time. So we plot right now all of the data points on the map behind me. If we put all of the schools and the kindergartens and the universities and the parks and the parkings and everything else that we've mentioned that you saw on your tablets, it becomes a bit more easy, but easier to tell where you can put an ice cream shop. Any takers now? Where do we put it? You were going to show us where. Do you mind pointing where it is? Where you thought of a location for
I don't know.
a specific location? No?
Where all the colors come together, somewhere there.
Somewhere there?
Yeah.
Somewhere here?
Yes.
Somewhere over there? I should have a pointer right now, no? To be able to reach it a bit better. Yeah? Maybe somewhere where we have multiple colors, no? Like where we are going over there? Yeah?
All the colors.
No?
At the same time.
No, multiple no. Better in all the yellow. Over there. So as you can see, this is obviously a very simplified example, and thank you for entertaining me with this little interactive exercise. This was meant to show you that the experience is different indeed when you work in a space like this with data. This releases you from the constraints of a small screen, and it releases you from having to be the only decision maker. You get to actually work on the data and get to the insights with others, and that's much more powerful. Now, a second type of use for this room is related to its structure, to its setup. It's a very immersive environment, and that allows the faculty to take the students to other locations. Right now, we are inside an anechoic chamber of the Airbus plant here in Madrid. And this is a chamber in which, as the CEO of Airbus Spain would be explaining to you right now if we had the voice put on, this is a chamber in which Airbus tests the antenna that they place on top of the satellites, which get sent into the orbit. It's a very big room, but it's a little bit hard to explain that it's big if you just try to do it with words. And it's naturally a place where not many students could go. This is another video from Airbus. This one shows you a production line. This is where parts for the satellites are being made. Naturally, another place where it's relatively difficult to take your students on a field trip. What is great though is that, there you go, the gentleman is walking off, and there he's coming back again. What is amazing about this is that you not only get to take your students to places that are otherwise restricted, but you also get to teach them some practical skills. Our professors can teach here, for example, lean skills. The problem with teaching lean operations, especially on paper, is that you need to help the students also train their eye. In this environment, we actually can help them train the eye. And this is yet another of the uses, which is this system allows us to connect with another campus. So we can have our students from Segovia, for example, placed on a wall and have a class delivered to both of the groups of students at the same time.
They can see us?
Right now, no. This is not actually a live recording. This is a recording, just as an example of a use. It's actually a very simple simple device. It's done with this camera. I think it's actually done with this specific camera, in fact. It's a very small device, so it's very unobtrusive, and it doesn't hurt in any way the experience of the classroom. Video collaboration, big data interactions, practical training on skills, simulations, connecting the campuses. Those are some of the first uses of the WOW Room. We have designed this for growth and for collaboration. And in that spirit, we are hoping that in the coming months and years, we'll continue to develop additional uses for this room together with our faculty and our students who come and interact here. The WOW Room is about collaboration, working together. And it is about making visible those small things that sometimes might go unnoticed. And in that spirit, I wanted to make sure we give a full credit to the entire team that has been behind this project, as well as behind today's event. So can I please have, just for a second here, my colleagues from the IE Technology Lab, the pedagogy team, Sync RTC, the startup behind the software here, our marketing team. Just for a second, guys, come out. Come. Let's have all of you here. Let's have everyone, please. I haven't mentioned
There is quite
fabulous
a few.
agency kitchen. Please come on over. And we have Salva here hiding in a corner. Please. This is the team behind the WOW Room.
Thank you.
Also thank all of you for being part of our amazing journey, and with that I also welcome you to the cocktail. Thank you very much.